Hello, welcome everybody. This is a standard area volume problem. I'll start with letter A, find the area of R when you have this picture of this region here that's bounded. Right here, using my laser pointer. Here is the region R, and for part A we just need to find the area. Looking at the rubric, you get 1 point for correct limits in an integral for A, B, or C. The correct option here is OR. So you're going to want to check your first point by making sure that your integral in A is from 0 to 2. And then if you didn't get that right, you can check B, your integral is 0 to 2. And if you didn't get that right, your integral in C. Any one of those, if you have 0 to 2, should be okay. And then basically your area problem is just top minus bottom. So looking at the picture, your top here is 6. You make this a little larger. Your top here is y equals 6. And your bottom here is this arch, which is 4 ln 3 minus x. So the integrand point is the 6 minus the 4 ln 3 minus x. That's your second point. And then your answer, being one of these two, would be your third point. And then as we move on to part B, Part B asks for the volume when R is revolved around the horizontal line y equals 8. So I always like to draw a picture, so I've got this kind of looking shape here. And then we go y equals 8 is right here. And then we revolve that guy over here, which ends up to be like this. And then inserting a good old standard washer, you got this guy as my outer washer. And you got this guy as my inner washer. So all we need is different radii here. So we need to just do this bigger radius minus this smaller radius and squaring them. So looking at all that, we have 8, which is our bigger radius. So looking at my picture here, 8 is from here to there. That is always 8, no matter where you draw the washer. So that's your 8. And then subtracting it of your inner radius, which is this guy right here. So that guy happens to be your, actually I did that wrong. So when I look at this 8, this would be top minus bottom. So my apologies, because this is your x-axis right there. So what we need to do is we need to find this side here, which isn't really 8. It's the top, which is 8, minus the bottom, which is, this is the bottom piece right there, which is 8 minus 4 ln 3 minus x quantity squared. And then subtract that from your inner radius, which is really simple. It's this line here and this line here, which are two lines, so you just do top minus bottom. So the integrand is this whole complicated thing. And of course, for the 8 minus 6, you could have a 2 right there in that second part, 2 squared, or you could have 4 if you just wanted to change it right away to 4. But this whole first part here, you really needed to kind of keep that separate. 8 minus 4, ln 3 minus x, quantity squared. Then your answer is this 168.179 or 168.180. That's kind of complicated due to all the parentheses in this first part. So if you were not able to get that, you might want to mess around with it again and see if you did get that. And then, of course, you gotta remember to have your pi in your calculator, or else you will not get the exact answer also. So pretty simple, 2 points for the integrand, 1 for the answer. Part C. Part C is the region R is the base of solid. For this solid's cross-section is perpendicular to the x-axis is a square. So I'm going to do my best to draw a picture. Here is perpendicular. This is my square. So just kind of separating that out. Here is the square. To get that area, you need sides squared. So how are we going to do that is the question. So let me kind of move this all up to get to part C. And here is your part C. Basically, you just need top minus bottom, quantity squared. So 2 points for the integrand. The top is 6. The bottom is 4 minus ln 3 minus x, quantity squared. And it's pretty simple for that. Just the integrand is worth 2 points, and then your final answer, 26.266 or 26.267, is worth your last point. So going back to the picture again, at the top here, to get that length, all you need is one side. You just need the top minus the bottom, which is the 6 minus the function. So looking at that again, 6 minus function, that's what we have right here. Thanks for listening. You should give yourself a 0 out of 9, and that should do it.